You're watching Major League Baseball's virtual network. I'm Nicholas Callis. It's an AL West matchup between the Texas Rangers and the Los Angeles Angels, two teams that are close to the bottom of the division. There's Anthony Rendon, one of the stars of this Angels team, ready to go. On the mound for the Angels is Dylan Bundy. This is his first season in Los Angeles, a former Baltimore Oriole. Playing for the first organization in his career, made his Major League debut in 2012. And actually, let me retract that last statement. This is the first new team he's played for in his Major League Baseball career.
Leading off tonight for Texas.
Made his debut in 2012. He was still in his teens. Regularly started for the Orioles, though, in 2016. First pitch misses outside, and the Angels third in the AL West with a 34-39 record. Shin-Soo Choo's at the plate.
707.
Designated hitter of this Rangers team, and that pitch misses outside. Also, I have no idea what's going on with the comment notifications up on the top right of the screen, so I apologize if that becomes annoying, but I have no idea what that is. Nobody's commenting, and that was a glitch that also gave us problems yesterday, too, during the Giants-Marlins game. That's against the shift. That'll be a base hit and potentially more. Choo's on his way to second as Upton plays it, and he'll get it into Simmons. Leadoff double for the Rangers. Shin-Soo Choo with his 15th of the season. Well, that's one of the issues with the shift sometimes, is when you stack up one part of the infield, that leaves another part vacant. Choo didn't look like he tried to hit it that way. He just swung late and hit a ground ball through the left side. So runner in scoring position to lead off the ball game now. Here's Adam Eaton. Eaton, a .333 hitter. He's on a 9-game hitting streak, and that average is good for 5th best among American League hitters. Line drive into right field. That's going to be a base hit. Martini comes up throwing, but Choo stayed at third. So each runner advances a base, and now Adam Eaton has extended his hitting streak into double digits, up to 10 games now. Bundy's left a couple pitches over the heart of the plate to start this game. That put runners on first and third. Now here's the number 3 hitter, Willie Calhoun, who's produced runs well this season, has 46 runs batted in. Has a .282 average and 14 home runs as well to complement that. That's a strike. Calhoun, a versatile player. Play the outfield and also well-versed at the second base position. The Rangers are without one of their better bats in the middle of the order. Joey Gallo is on the injured list. That's a swing and a miss. But Gallo's out with a broken shin, and he's expected to come back within the week. His time on the injured list is almost over. No ball, 2-strike pitch. That's down low, counts 1-2. Now the shortstop of the Rangers, Elvis Andrus, the usual starting shortstop, is on the injured list as well. He fractured his leg, and he's still got about 30 days on the injured list. 2-2's the count on Calhoun. Dylan Bundy in a bit of a jam, gave up back-to-back base hits to begin this game. Choo got a double, and then Adam Eaton singled, which moved Choo to third. Even count, 2-2. Check swing, no appeal needed by the home plate umpire. The count's full, 3-2. Full count pitch. Todd Frazier is on deck. That's ripped down the line, and that'll go foul. I'm certain Bundy didn't want to leave that changeup up in the zone, but he did and got away with it. Another full count pitch coming. Up the middle, Simmons plays it. That'll be a double play. 6-4-3 out at second is Eaton. Out at first is Calhoun. No RBI for Calhoun, but A run does come in to score, and the Rangers take an early 1-0 lead. Simmons to Burke. Over to Theis. Here comes Todd Frazier, and there's some new names in the infield. The Angels have also been bitten by the injury bug this year as well. Mike Trout's on the injured list. He damaged some knee cartilage. He'll still be out for a few more weeks. Albert Pujols also recently separated his shoulder. And he'll be out for at least a month, maybe more. Also, among minor league injuries, Joe Adell, one of the top prospects in the Angels system, broke his forearm, and he's on the injured list in the minor leagues for a few weeks, 2 to 3 weeks to be exact. Two ball, no strike pitch. That's a strike, counts 2-1. Two ball, one strike pitch coming to Todd Frazier, former Cincinnati Red, Chicago White Sox. Also played for the New York Yankees and the New York Mets. And he gets himself a 2-out single. He hit that ball against the shift. That's 2 Rangers hitters in this half inning that have beaten the shift. That'll bring up Danny Santana, a versatile player, but starting this game in center field. 267 hitter with 7 home runs and 30 RBIs. Also, if you guys want to play a fun little game, if you want to put your guesses in the live chat on how far that comment number will go when this game ends, give me a number. Take a guess. One ball, one strike pitch on Danny Santana, former Atlanta Brave. Switch hitter batting from the left side. Counts 1-2. He tried to check his swing, but he committed according to the home plate umpire. One ball, two strike pitch. And that'll go foul. Count still 1-2. Too high, count evens up 2-2. Dylan Bundy gave up a run. And Willie Calhoun grounded into a double play. But this inning started with Willie Calhoun. This inning started with Shin-Soo Choo hitting a double, Adam Eaton hitting a single, and then Calhoun grounding into the double play. Full count pitch, Frazier runs. And that's through the right side of the infield. That's a base hit. Puts runners on first and second now with 2 outs in the top of the first inning. And that'll bring up Rougned Odor as we also look at this. Danny Santana now with a 17-game hitting streak. Rangers getting to Dylan Bundy early. There's Rougned Odor. Also, just to clarify the guessing game, what number will the comments get to? What quantity will the comments get to by the end of the game? Not what inning it'll end. Because I'm pretty sure it's going to go the whole game, but what number will that comment notification get to by the end of the game? It's our phantom comments. Fouled off, Odor down in the count, no balls and 2 strikes. Bundy with 24 pitches thrown in this half inning. Swing and a miss. So Dylan Bundy works around some traffic. So he gave up a run, and that'll end the top of the first inning. 4 hits for the Rangers, 1 run scored, and 2 runners left on base. Going to the bottom of the first inning, it's the Rangers 1. And the Angels coming to bat. Here comes Corey Kluber to pitch for the Rangers, former Cleveland Indian. He has won Cy Young awards in his career. One of the better pitchers during the prime of his career. He's one of the better pitchers in Major League Baseball. Helped the Indians make it to the playoffs in the window that they did. They were winning the AL Central.
Michael.
This season, he hasn't put up great numbers, but still the ace of this team. The ace of a Rangers team that has struggled overall. Eaton can't run that down. That's a foul ball. The Rangers have made moves to bolster their team. When Joey Gallo got hurt, they went out and traded for Adam Eaton. They struck a deal with the Nationals. They do have some promising players. They do have a bright future, but right now, just wins haven't been executed. The Rangers are above the Mariners in the AL West. The Rangers 30-45 in fourth. Last time the Rangers won the AL West was in 2016. They won back-to-back years, 2015 and 2016. They won the division. But both those years they lost to the Toronto Blue Jays in the division series. The Rangers were the best team in the American League in 2016. Which might come as a shock because they took a downturn in a hurry. Todd Frazier to Ronald Guzman. That's the first out. Michael Armicio grounded out. Let's take a look at the starting lineup for the Angels. You see the Angels without Mike Trout, also without Albert Pujols. So Tommy La Stella now playing the designated hitter role. Michael Armicio is in center. Ryan Burke is a prospect of the Angels, made his major league debut a few days ago, but he's the starting second baseman now. And also Matt Thaiss batting in the middle of the order, not being the DH anymore, but playing the field, manning first base. Tommy La Stella up to the plate now, former Chicago Cub, reuniting with a former manager of his and Joe Maddon. Joe Maddon in his first full season with the Angels as manager. Previously managed the Tampa Bay Rays and the Chicago Cubs. Counts 1-2. Joe Maddon took both the Rays and the Cubs to the World Series and won a ring with the Cubs in 2016. An established manager looking to turn around a team that struggled over the past few years. Catch is made by Adam Eaton out in right field. That's out number 2 in the bottom of the first inning. The last time the Angels won the division was in 2014. They also had the best record in the American League, and they also lost in the divisional round to the Kansas City Royals that ended up going to the World Series that year. But the AL West has been a competitive division over the past few years. Every team but the Mariners in the 2010 decade won the division. No ball, 1 strike pitch. It's outside, counts even 1-1. The A's won it in 2012 and 2013. The Angels won in 2014. The Rangers won in 15 and 16. And the Astros won from 2017 to 2019. And as many baseball fans know, the Mariners have struggled as an organization since the early 2000s. 1 ball, 2 strike pitch. Strike 3 called. Well-placed pitch by Corey Kluber. Anthony Rendon struck out, and that ends the first inning. So the Angels get no runs on no hits and leave no runners on base going into inning 2. It's the Rangers 1 and the Angels 0. You're watching Major League Baseball's virtual network, brought to you by MLB The Show 20. I'm Nicholas Callis. 7, 8, 9 hitters due up in the Rangers order to begin this half inning. Robinson Chirinos, Ronald Guzman, and Su-Wei Lin. Have strike 1 on Chirinos. Chirinos has caught for the Rangers for many years prior to this, but last season he spent his time with the other team in Major League Baseball that resides in Texas, the Houston Astros. Was their starting catcher and went to the World Series with them. But now back with the Rangers. Signed back with them this offseason. And he strikes out there on 3 pitches. Or 4 pitches.
Batting it, the first baseman, Ronald Guzman.
Yeah, it looked to be right on the inside edge. So 1 quick out of Chirinos. Now here comes Ronald Guzman. When he came up to the majors, he was presented as the first baseman of the future with the Rangers, but judging by his stats over the years, hasn't quite lived up to his potential yet. And the Rangers signed some players that gave him some competition.
1-1.
Sam Travis was one of them and Greg Bird was the other. Bird wasn't producing, so he got sent down to AAA. But Sam Travis has earned himself a platoon role with Guzman. So Travis starts when there's a left-handed pitcher on the mound, because he's a right-handed hitter, and Ronald Guzman starts when there's a right-handed starter on the mound, because he's a left-handed hitter. Counts 2-2. And no, not that many people are commenting. That's a glitch going on the air. Not sure where that's coming from. But Dylan Bundy strikes out Ronald Guzman. Back-to-back strikeouts for Bundy. So far, he's bouncing back quickly after giving up a run last inning. So here's Zue Lin coming to the plate, playing shortstop and batting ninth for this Rangers team. Former Boston Red Sox was traded about a month ago to the Rangers, and with Elvis Andrus on the injured list, he has taken over the starting duties at shortstop. No ball, one strike pitch. That's upstairs, counts even 1-1. Hasn't done too much, though, offensively. You see, with a 167 average after starting for about a month. Counts 1 ball and 2 strikes. Bundy with an opportunity to strike out the side. Can't do it on that pitch. That was a bait breaking ball. Couldn't get Lynn to swing, so the count evens up. 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2 ball, 2 strike count. 2 outs, top of the second. Base is empty, and the Rangers up by 1 early. Strike 3 called, and Dylan Bundy strikes out the side in order. No runs, no hits, and nobody left on for the Rangers after an inning and a half. It's the Rangers 1 and the Angels 0. You're watching Major League Baseball's virtual network, brought to you by MLB The Show 20. I'm Nicholas Callis. 4, 5, 6 hitters due up to begin this half inning. Justin Upton to lead off, then we'll see Matt Thaiss and Andrelton Simmons. But Justin Upton has 25 long balls on the year. That ties him for the most in the American League, with J.D. Martinez of the Red Sox. Upton's always been a power bat. He's been known for that in his career. Former Arizona Diamondback, Atlanta Brave, San Diego Padre, Detroit Tiger. And is spending the later part of his career with the Angels. Ground ball toward the middle. There's Lynn. Barehanded play. Got him. Well played by Lynn at shortstop, and with 1 out, Matt Thaiss is coming up to the plate. Don't forget you're watching Major League Baseball's virtual network, brought to you by MLB The Show 20. If you want notifications on when we go live, you can subscribe to this YouTube channel, and you'll also get notifications on when we upload videos that might have crucial information that might involve your team and how your team is doing. We cover all 30 teams, though, here on Major League Baseball's virtual network, and we guarantee 3 featured games a day, just like this one. Also, you can follow us on Twitter at VirtualMLB's the handle. So check that out. You'll get other news, and we also, when we post videos to YouTube, we also post them to Twitter. Matt Thaiss is at the plate. Thaiss made his Major League debut last season. It's quite a sad story when Tyler Skaggs passed away on July 1st. Matt Thaiss got called up, made his debut on July 3rd. Played third base and made a play that ended up preserving a combined no-hitter that the Angels threw. Counts full 3-2. Andrelton Simmons, the shortstop, on deck. That's fouled off. The count's still full 3-2, and that is true. The Cardinals are being featured tomorrow, but all three of our games include the following: Red Sox and Cubs at 2:20 Eastern, Yankees Twins 5:35 Eastern, and Reds versus Cardinals 8:15 Eastern. Pick your favorites or check all of them out, but remember, we follow all 30 teams here on Major League Baseball's virtual network every day. 3-ball, 2-strike pitch into the shift. That's played by Odor out at second base and shallow right. Throws on to Guzman in time. 2 quick outs for Corey Kluber in the bottom of the second.
The shortstop, Andrelton.
So if you're watching right now and you want to join us in the live chat, we're trying to play a little game with that comment ticker up on the top right of your screen that keeps flashing. So if you have a guess on how high that number is going to go before the game ends, or by the time the game ends, you can put your guesses in the live chat. See who gets the closest. Lynn makes the catch out there. Simmons popped out on 1 pitch. The second inning has come to an end. No runs on, no hits, and nobody left on for the Angels after 2 full innings. It's the Rangers 1 and the Angels 0. You're watching Major League Baseball's virtual network, brought to you by MLB The Show 20. I'm Nicholas Callis. Top of the order due up for the Rangers to begin this half inning: Shin-Soo Choo, Adam Eaton, and Willie Calhoun. Shin-Soo Choo beat the shift the Angels put on him in his first at bat. Hit a ground ball through that vacated left side. In the first inning, Choo hit that double. Then Adam Eaton hit a single. Then Willie Calhoun grounded into a double play, but Choo ended up scoring from third base. So that gave the Rangers the lead, and they still have it coming into the third inning. Counts 2-1. Dylan Bundy had a high pitch count after the first inning. That's why he's already at 42 pitches. Threw over 20 in that first inning.
I got 3-1.
Rebounded well, though, last inning. He struck out the side in order. Three-ball, 1-strike pitch coming. Right side and foul. The count full 3-2. Shin-Soo Choo, a former star with the Cleveland Indians. Played for the Reds for a short period of time, and now with the Rangers. And he strikes out swinging there. Dylan Bundy picks up right where he left off. That's 5 strikeouts. And the last 4 hitters have gone down on Ks.
Adam.
A well-placed breaking ball. Too far out of the zone, but got Choo to bite on it. It's out number 1. Look at that again. Just off the plate, but tempting enough to get a swing and a miss. So 1 out. Here's Adam Eaton. Eaton singled in the first inning. And on the first pitch, hits that on the ground to the right side. Brian Burke throws to Matt Thaiss. 2 quick outs for Dylan Bundy in the top of the third inning.
For the Rangers, the left fielder, Willie Calhoun.
So with 2 outs, Willie Calhoun will come to the plate. Though Calhoun isn't credited with a run batted in, he was the reason that the runs scored. He grounded into a double play in his first at bat, with runners on first and third, so the runner on third came around to score. And you see there the infield shifting him. An exaggerated right side of the infield, leaving the left side vacant. 1-ball, no-strike pitch. It's fouled off. The count even 1-1. Dylan Bundy, a former prospect of the Baltimore Orioles, now pitching with the Los Angeles Angels. This is his first season. He got traded to the Angels from the Orioles in the offseason. The Angels have a new look to their rotation. They've made some moves in the offseason. Bundy just one of those. Shohei Ohtani still at the top of the rotation. He's come back in and pitched consistently this year. Julio Teheran, another name. Andrew Heaney, still in the rotation, but he has a little more responsibility now, being a veteran left-handed pitcher. But some good arms now, just trying to find their identities on this Angels team that has struggled to start the year. Strike 3. That's 6 strikeouts for Dylan Bundy. 2 of which came in this inning, the other 3 back of the second. No runs, no hits, and nobody left on for the Rangers. After 2.5 innings, it's the Rangers 1 and the Angels 0. You're watching Major League Baseball's virtual network, brought to you by MLB The Show 20. I'm Nicholas Callis. Bottom of the order due up for the Angels to start this half inning. Jason Castro, Nick Martini, and Ryan Burke. Castro just signed with the Angels. This is his first season in Los Angeles. Former catcher of the Houston Astros and the Minnesota Twins. He spent his entire career with American League teams. But struggling this year, batting under 200. The Angels signed him to have a veteran presence at the catcher position. Castro had some success with the Twins and was a part of several of their teams that went to the playoffs in the late 2010s. Was also an All-Star with the Astros back in 2013. And he strikes out there against Corey Kluber. Kluber using that sinker extensively. Watch it move here. Just dips downward. Looks like it's going to start over the outer edge and just falls out of the zone. So 1 out. Bottom of the 3rd inning. Here is Nick Martini. Martini's done well as a player who wasn't originally on the Major League roster. He's formerly played for the Oakland Athletics and the Philadelphia Phillies. But now he's playing for the Angels, and with Mike Trout injured and Brian Goodwin traded away, he's gotten regular playing time in the outfield. In right field, more specifically. That's popped up. Chirinos makes the catch. 2 quick outs for Kluber in the bottom of the 3rd.
Batting ninth, the second baseman, Ryan Burke.
So with 2 outs, Ryan Burke will come to the plate. Burke just got called up less than a week ago. The Angels have made some trades that have forced some minor leaguers to come up early. And Ryan Burke was one of those. Also, injuries have caused Ryan Burke to come up as well. The Albert Pujols injury shifted the infield around a bit. But Burke getting his opportunity to start in the big leagues, and so far his .267 batting average has been respectable. That's strike 1. Two ball, 1 strike count on the young prospect Ryan Burke against an established veteran pitcher Corey Kluber. 3-1's the count. Ryan Burke was a 13th round selection of the Houston Astros in 2016. He went to Texas A&M.
You got a full count. 3-2.
On December 21st, 2019, so this past offseason, the Angels signed him to a minor league contract. Well, he strikes out there, and that ends the 3rd inning. The Angels get no runs on no hits and leave no runners on base. They fell victim to Corey Kluber again. Through 3 full innings, it's the Rangers 1 and the Angels 0. So there's Heidi Watney, and she still doesn't talk when I'm on the air. So, I mean, hey, that's cool. But as we come into the 4th inning, the Rangers lead the Angels 1-0. This is an AL West matchup. Also, you are watching Major League Baseball's virtual network. This game brought to you by MLB The Show 20. I'm Nicholas Callis. The middle of the order is coming up for the Rangers. Todd Frazier, Danny Santana, and Rougned Odor. It's outside ball 1 to the veteran 3rd baseman Todd Frazier. Was a star in Cincinnati when he played for the Reds. That's it out to left field. Back goes Upton. He makes the catch. Ball looked destined to be a home run. But it falls short, and it's just the first out. So looking at the Road to the Show report, the report of minor league players that are doing well. Connor Justice in AAA, batting .545 with 2 home runs and 8 RBIs in his last 10 games. The Angels seem to have a bright future. They have some prospects over the last years. They've gotten some top picks. They're hoping will develop. The Angels haven't been too much of a noticeable team throughout the years. They make playoffs here and there. They have consistent time periods when they make playoffs, but it's not frequent appearances like the Yankees, or the Red Sox, or the Astros, or the Dodgers. That's lined into center field. That'll be a base hit. So Danny Santana breaks a hitless streak that the Rangers went on from the second inning till now. Taking a look at the team leaders in hits for the Rangers. Danny Santana now at 71, but you see there Shin-Soo Choo and Adam Eaton have the spotlight. They're first and second on the list. Entering play, they're at 87 and 86 hits. So one out runner on first. Here's the second baseman of the Rangers, Rougned Odor. I don't know why I was about to say Shin-Soo Choo, but Odor at the plate. He's 0 for 1. He struck out in the first inning against Bundy. One of 6 strikeout victims on Bundy's line to this point. Bundy rebounded well after the first inning. Struck out the side in the second, struck out 2 in the third. Didn't let anybody on. Then got an out in the fourth inning before giving up a hit to Danny Santana. It's out to left center field. Upton running for it, and he makes the catch. That was a dangerous play. Hermisio was running in as well, but Upton's the one that makes the play. That's 2 outs in the top of the fourth inning, and Santana goes back to first. So with 2 outs, here is Robinson Chirinos. 0 for 1. He's part of that trio of strikeouts that Bundy had in the second inning. Chirinos has spent all but 1 year with the Rangers. Signed with the Astros on a 1-year deal in the 2018-19 offseason. Performed well, helped them get to the World Series. Then this offseason, he signed back with the Rangers. It's a 2-0 count on him. Dylan Bundy. Over 60 pitches now in his pitch count. Hitters count for Chirinos. That's high down the right field line, but that'll find the seats, and the count's 2-1. Chirinos still ahead. Santana on first. 2-1 count. Swing and a miss. The count's even. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss. Dylan Bundy has struck out 7 through 4 innings on the mound. And that strikeout ends the top of the fourth. No runs on a hit for the Rangers. And 1 runner left on. Going to the bottom of the fourth inning. It's the Rangers 1 and the Angels 0. You're watching Major League Baseball's virtual network, brought to you by MLB The Show 20. I'm Nicholas Callis. Top of the order coming up for the Angels to begin this half inning. Michael Hermisio, Tommy La Stella, and Anthony Rendon. Hermisio started the year on the bench, but through a series of events, he finds himself as the starting center fielder. So initially, the first domino was that Mike Trout got hurt. And so Brian Goodwin moved from right field to center field, and then Hermisio slid into the right field spot. Nick Martini got called up, but he was on the bench. Then the Angels decided to trade Brian Goodwin to the Red Sox for Darwinzon Hernandez. Hernandez in the minor leagues, but then the Angels called up some outfielders to be on the bench, but Hermisio moved from right field to center field, and Martini went off the bench and now starting in right field. But the Angels are running out of outfield depth because a few other outfielders got traded away throughout this season. So they're running thin on experienced Major League outfielders. Strike 3 called. Corey Kluber has found his groove now. That's his 4th strikeout of the game. Let's watch where that pitch was. Look like another sinker. It still has that low movement, or that sudden movement downward. And you be the judge. That find the zone? That's out number 1. And with that, Tommy La Stella will come up to the plate. La Stella, a versatile infielder. Grounds that pitch toward the right side. Guzman flips to Kluber, who outraces La Stella to the bag. That's a 1-pitch out. And with 2 outs, here is the pitch beat comparison brought to you by Tops. And Kluber and Bundy are averaging 94 miles per hour on their fastest pitches. And so far, they've matched each other pitch for pitch. The only difference between these two was that Dylan Bundy struggled in the first inning and gave up a run, but from the second inning until now, both of these pitchers have been on point. Bundy's racked up 7 strikeouts and allowed just 1 hit from the second to the 4th inning. And Corey Kluber still throwing his shutout. Here's Anthony Rendon. I don't want to speak too soon because Rendon's the kind of player that can ruin a shutout with 1 swing. Batting .304, which is the best average on the Angels team. 2-ball, no-strike pitch. Coming momentarily. Rendon ahead in the count, former Washington National. That's strike 1. Rendon made his debut in 2014 as a second baseman, but was transitioned over to third base, where he's played consistently the rest of his career. He's turned himself into a superstar of the game, though. Had great numbers last season. Also, tremendously helped the Nationals in the postseason. Came through in clutch spots and was a huge contributor in the Nationals winning the World Series. 3-2's the count. But Rendon signed a big deal in the offseason, this past offseason with the Angels, and will be here for the bulk of his career. That's ball 4, so Kluber gives up a 2-out base runner on a walk. And with that, the cleanup hitter coming to the plate, Justin Upton. Upton, a dangerous player. He's tied for the league lead in home runs with 25, tied with J.D. Martinez of the Red Sox. Has done well in June. He fouls that pitch off, counts 0-1. Upton's game has definitely transitioned from good all-around player to a strong power bat, a strong arm in the outfield, but his range in the outfield and his contact abilities have diminished as his career has gone on. He's in his mid-30s now. He's played for the Angels for a few seasons. One pitch from Kluber is fouled off. It counts 1-2. Swing and a miss. Upton caught chasing, and Chirinos throws to Guzman. That completes the strikeout of Upton. No runs on no hits for the Angels. 1 walk in the inning. That left 1 runner on base. After 4 full innings, the Rangers have a 1-0 lead over the Angels at Angels Stadium. You're watching Major League Baseball's virtual network, brought to you by MLB The Show 20. I'm Nicholas Callis. 8-on-1 hitters due up for the Rangers this half inning. Ronald Guzman, Zhu-Wei Lin, and then back to the top for Shin-Soo Choo. It's fouled off, the count 0-1. Guzman 0 for 1. Dylan Bundy's been pitching strongly ever since the first inning. And that's the first hit Bundy, or that's the second hit Bundy's given up from the second inning until now. But a leadoff single for Ronald Guzman puts a runner on base to start the 5th inning. Guzman's usually shifted. It's interesting that the Angels didn't shift him there, but it works out to Guzman's benefit. He's on first, nobody out, and here is Zue Lin. Popped into the air right side. Looks like that's going to find the crowd, and the count's 0-1. Zue Lin, a former Boston Red Sox, was traded to the Rangers earlier on in the season, back around mid-May. Started out in the minor leagues with the Rangers, but got called up because Elvis Andrus got hurt. And he's been the starting shortstop since Andrus got put on the injured list. Joey Gallo is expected back in a few days, though, so we'll have to see what the Rangers decide to do, because they've got a strong outfield already with Eaton in right, Santana in center, and Calhoun in left. As Burke makes the play, that's out number 1.
Now batting, designated hitter, Shin-Soo.
Gallo's a must to put back in the lineup, though. So we'll just have to wait and see how the Rangers want to arrange their team. But 1 out, back to the top of the order, Shin-Soo Choo. Up to the plate, he's 1 for 2 in this game. He doubled to lead off the ball game. Hits that one out to left field. Justin Upton seems to have a play, and he makes the catch. So Guzman will go back to first, and after the leadoff single, 2 quick outs are recorded.
The right fielder, number 2.
And that'll bring up Adam Eaton. Eaton got a single in his first at-bat. 1 for 2 officially. Entering play, had the 5th best average among American League hitters with a .333 average. That's gone up since he got that hit in the first inning. His average is at .335 now. Eaton, a former member of the Arizona Diamondbacks, also played for the Chicago White Sox and the Washington Nationals last season when they won the World Series.
1-1.
He played in Washington, D.C. for a few seasons, though, from 2017 to 2019. And to start this season, he got traded over to the Rangers, though. The Rangers were making an effort to go out and get outfielders when Joey Gallo got hurt, and Eaton took over right away in right field. Was succeeding early with the Nationals with his offensive statistics, and he hasn't missed a beat since coming to Texas. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Top of the 5th inning. Guzman on first base. Dylan Bundy throwing to Adam Eaton. Soft fly ball. Shallow outfield. Andrelton Simmons runs it down. And it's the top of the 5th inning. You're watching Major League Baseball's virtual network, brought to you by MLB The Show 20. I'm Nicholas Callis. There's Heidi Watney. She's definitely talking about how the Angels are getting shut out and what a great pitcher's duel we've come to see in this one. The Rangers got a run in the first inning.
The first baseman.
Shin-Soo Choo hit a double, Adam Eaton hit a single, and then Willie Calhoun grounded into a double play, but Choo scored from third. Ever since that, though, Dylan Bundy and Corey Kluber have been on point with their pitches. Dylan Bundy's had 7 strikeouts. Corey Kluber still shutting out the Angels coming into the 5th. Counts 1-0 on Matt Thaiss, former first-round draft pick of the Angels in 2016. The Angels expecting their 5, 6, 7 hitters to come up to the plate this half inning. Matt Thaiss, Andrelton Simmons, and Jason Castro. On the ground and foul, the count 1-2. Also, if you want to play a little game and have some incentive to stay till the end, there's a glitch going on with our comment notifications up there on the top right of the screen. So if you want to guess what that number will get to by the time the game ends, go ahead and give your guesses. You can give them in our live chat or on the comment section of this video, but I'm interested to see. Yesterday it didn't quite get to 1,000, but it got up around 800. during the Giants-Marlins game. I'm not sure what that is because nobody's commenting that frequently, but my best guess is it's some kind of glitch in the game or with the broadcasting system on the PlayStation 4. Vice grounds into the shift. That's played by Odor. Throws to Guzman. That's out number 1. Corey Kluber just about to hit 60 pitches in his start. With 1 out in the bottom of the 5th inning, here's Andrelton Simmons. Won 2 Gold Gloves in the National League with the Atlanta Braves. Now playing for the Angels. He's also won 2 Gold Gloves with the Halos. Very renowned defensive shortstop. Was starting to produce consistent offensive numbers too until he got hurt recently. But, I mean, what's that going to stop him from hitting no-doubter home runs every once in a while? That ball is gone, and the shutout is over. That ball was hit a long way, and on one swing, the shutout goes away for Kluber. And this is a tie ball game. Simmons with his 8th home run of the season. And we need to watch that one again. That was one of those admirable home runs. Yeah, Kluber left that one over the middle of the plate. So 1 out, bottom of the 5th inning. And a run in for the Angels. Now here's Jason Castro at strike 1. Castro's 0 for 1 against Kluber. Struck out in the 3rd inning. Kluber still pitching efficiently and still doing well to an extent. But in a close game, that's a blemish that doesn't go unnoticed. One ball, 1 strikeout. That's belted out to center field. That's headed toward the wall. Santana won't get it. And that'll hop over the wall on 1 bounce. That's a double for Jason Castro. So the field was shifted. They were exaggerated to the rights. Part of the reason why Santana couldn't run that down. Castro hit it straight up the middle in the air and gets himself an automatic double on a ball that hopped over the wall. Now here's Nick Martini. Martini's 0 for 1. He popped out in the 3rd inning. Has an on-base percentage this year of .414. That includes his first at bat. That's a base hit through the left side. Martini nets himself a single. Puts runners on 1st and 3rd now. Castro on 3rd. Martini on 1st, and now a mountain visit coming to Corey Kluber. The Rangers got a run in the 1st inning. The Angels got a run here in the 3rd. Or, excuse me, in the 5th. Now here's Ryan Burke, occupying the number 9 spot in the order, and that pitch hit high and deep towards center field. Santana makes the catch. Tagging from 3rd and coming in to score is Jason Castro. And it's a 2-1 Angels lead. Martini remains on 1st. The Angels score their 2nd run of the inning, also their 2nd run of the game. And they've taken the lead over the Rangers. It's 2-1 now. And with that, the top of the order comes back up. Michael Hermisio is up to the plate. He's 0 for 2. Struck out and grounded out in this one. Has struggled since being the starting center fielder. Just a .211 average with 2 home runs and 11 RBIs. The Rangers got a run in the 1st inning after Willie Calhoun grounded into a double play with runners on 1st and 3rd. The Angels got a run on an Andrelton Simmons solo home run. Then hits by Castro, Martini, and then a sac fly by Ryan Burke pushed across another run. And just like that, the Angels have the lead. Soft line drive into center. That's going to fall for a hit. Martini stops on 3rd. And Hermisio is aboard at 1st with his first hit of the game. It's a single.
Hitter, number 9, Tommy.
Well, not the hardest hit ball, but found green, found an unoccupied space. So 2 outs, 2 on. Here's Tommy La Stella, the number 2 hitter, who's 0 for 2. And he takes strike 1.
0-1 the count.
La Stella, a versatile infielder, but in this game, he's playing the designated hitter role. 0-1's outside, counts even 1-1. On the season, La Stella is batting .216 with runners in scoring position.
Ball inside.
2-1's the count. Kluber was breezing through this game, but found a roadblock in this bottom of the 5th inning. 2 runs in for the Angels. He was out in front of that pitch and fouls it off. That evens the count 2-2. Kluber, 22 pitches in this half inning. Most of them have been strikes, but the Angels have had their bats on point in this half inning. That's fouled off. The count remains even 2-2. The Angels third in the AL West, playing the 4th place team, the Texas Rangers.
Okay.
Full count, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Both runners expected to go, giving the Angels a slight advantage. And danger looming in the on-deck circle. Runners go, and that's popped up. Odor calls off Eaton. Odor makes the catch. And that ends the 5th inning. The Angels get 2 runs, one of which was on an Andrelton Simmons solo home run, and the other was on a Ryan Burke sacrifice fly. After 5 full innings, the Angels have the lead. It's 2-1. You're watching Major League Baseball's virtual network, brought to you by MLB The Show 20. I'm Nicholas Callis. 3, 4, 5 hitters due up for the Rangers. Willie Calhoun, Todd Frazier,
Nope.
and Danny Santana all scheduled to bat. Double-barreled action in the bullpen for the Angels. Dylan Bundy struggled in the 1st inning, but has since been pitching what is close to a masterpiece. Struck out 7 hitters. Has only given up 2 hits from the 2nd inning until now. And his offense has backed him up. He's in line for the win in this game, though it's still too close to call.
2 strikes.
And the third counts even 2-2. Calhoun's 0 for 2, but he was responsible for bringing across a run. He grounded into a double play in the 1st inning.
Count is 3-2.
Counts full 3-2 with Todd Frazier on deck. Bundy over 80 pitches now on his pitch count. Ground ball played by Simmons. Throws to Theis, sets out number 1. That's where the shift can help out the infield sometimes as well. Because if Burke had to backhand that ball, it would have been a harder throw, trying to throw against his body, make it accurate as well. But with Simmons playing so far to the right of second base, he's able to cut that ball off, and he doesn't have to turn because his momentum is already taking him toward first base. Now Frazier flies out on 1 pitch to Nick Martini in right. 2 outs for Dylan Bundy in the top of the 6th inning, and that'll bring up Danny Santana. Santana, a switch hitter, batting from the left side of the plate. Santana, a versatile player, can play many infield and outfield positions, almost all of them. He's 2 for 2 in this game, also has a 16-game hitting streak. Actually, it got advanced to 17 games when he got a hit in his first at bat. But facing Dylan Bundy for the 3rd time in this game. 1-1 pitch. It's fouled off, the count 1-2. Danny Santana is a former Atlanta Brave, got traded to the Rangers in the 2018-19 offseason. Has played many positions for them in his first season, but toward the end of last year found himself a starting spot in center field, and that's where he resides in 2020 as well.
Oh, that's out.
Counts even 2-2. That's fouled off. Count still even 2-2. But Santana had a breakout season with the Rangers last year, which is part of the reason why he's been a consistent starter this season. Has put up pretty good numbers this year as well. Wasn't succeeding much in Atlanta, but has done much better here in Texas. Line drive right center field, and Santana's 3 for 3 as that ball falls in front of Hermisio.
Now batting, second baseman.
That pitch was on the inside, but didn't jam Santana. He got a good part of the bat on the ball. The Rangers have a 2-out single. Now here's Rougned Odor, runner on first base. That's fouled off, the count 0-1. Rougned Odor's been around for a few seasons. Has spent his entire career with the Rangers. No ball, 1 strike pitch. It's fouled off. Counts quickly 0-2. Odor made his debut in 2014 and was a part of the division-leading Rangers of 2015 and 16. Grounds up ball to the right side. Theis backhand, steps on the bag himself. The top of the 6th inning is over. The Rangers get no runs on a hit and leave 1 runner on base after 5.5 innings. It's the Angels 2 and the Rangers 1. You're watching Major League Baseball's virtual network, brought to you by MLB The Show 20. I'm Nicholas Callis. 3, 4, 5 hitters due up in the Angels order to begin this half inning. Anthony Rendon, Justin Upton, and Matt Theis. Rendon's 0 for 1, but he reached base on a walk in his last plate appearance. Kluber now pitching in the bottom of the 6th inning. He's still down. The Rangers got him an early run in the first, but he struggled in that 5th inning, gave up a home run to Andrelton Simmons. Gave up back-to-back hits to Jason Castro and Nick Martini. And then Ryan Burke hit a sacrifice fly to drive home Castro from third. The Angels took the lead.
Inside, ball 2.
And now we're here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Kluber was pitching well until that 5th inning. Dylan Bundy, after the first, settled down. So it was a real pitcher's duel from the 2nd until the bottom of the 5th. But with Kluber struggling, the lead has changed hands. 2 ball, 2 strike pitch. Swing and a miss. Got him to chase upstairs. That's out number 1. Kluber now with 6 strikeouts.
The left fielder, number
Take a look at this one. Well above the letters. Rendon couldn't hit it. And with 1 out, here's Justin Upton. He's 0 for 2. He's struck out and grounded out in this game. Takes strike 1 around the knees. Upton a .269 hitter now. On base percentage of .385. But his OPS is among the league leaders of the AL, .988. Still that high, though. He's gone 0 for 2 in this game.
No ball, 2 strikes.
Chases that pitch inside. Counts quickly 0-2. Too far outside.
1 and 2.
Counts 1-2. Swing and a miss. Back-to-back strikeouts for Kluber to begin the bottom of the 6th, and that's number 7 for Kluber.
The first baseman, number 23.
He's matched Dylan Bundy's total. Now with 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th inning, Matt Theis comes up to the plate. Matt Theis takes strike 1. He's 0 for 2 with a couple ground outs. He was terminated by the Rangers shift on him both times. He hit it to the right side, and there was a player there both times. Theis entering his second year in the majors. Made his debut in July of last season. That's a chopper. Odor plays it. Throws to Guzman. That's out number 3, and that ends the 6th inning. No runs on, no hits, and nobody left on for the Angels after 6 full innings. The Angels have a 2-1 lead over the Rangers.
Your attention, please.
You're watching Major League Baseball's virtual network, brought to you by MLB The Show 20. I'm Nicholas Callis. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel if you want notifications on when we go live. Also, when we upload videos, MLB Virtual Network's the name of the channel. And follow us on Twitter at VirtualMLB. Also, if you feel so inclined, I have a Twitter account as well, just for myself. Just type in my name and I should come up. I'm wearing a red polo shirt. That's how you'll know it's me.
Inside, ball 1.
But anyway, the counts 1-0. Robinson Chirinos up to the plate now. Ryan Buchter is on the mound for the Angels. So Dylan Bundy went 6 full innings, gave up 1 earned run. Struck out 7 hitters. And he's in line for the win if the Angels' lead can hold up, but in a 1-run game, that is not certain. Also, to respond to the encouraging meeting, I heard about that as well. It's getting harder to believe, though, what some of the breaking news means, because when Manfred came out and said there will 100% be a baseball season, and then he retracted that statement almost immediately, I just have trouble trusting what the hearsay says whenever a breaking story comes out or whenever the Players Association releases a statement and then the owners get upset and then Manfred's trying to keep the peace. So if that's encouraging to you, that's totally fine. Personally, I don't like to believe anything anymore because too many back and forths have gone on and it's just too much for me, too much drama for me to want to follow. But Chirinos leads off with a walk, and now here's Ronald Guzman. Guzman 1 for 2. He singled in the 5th inning. But just a note, if baseball comes back, that'll be great, and I'll totally support that and watch a shortened season.
Count 1-0.
But I'm keeping this league on and this network on until the end of the season, and we'll cover the postseason on this network as well. Just to give you a full simulation of what a full season would look like, and once you start a project this large, you really don't want to finish it off mid-season.
No strike.
But we'll have an all-star game as well coming up in July. Be covering the Home Run Derby and the all-star game, so you can look forward to that. Though there won't be an all-star game, the closest thing that we have to it is a simulation, so I'll be covering that for you here. Counts 2-1 on Guzman. Yeah, this whole season will be covered. We'll be doing the same procedure. We'll be covering 3 games a day. It might shorten to 2 once school season comes back around, just for time purposes. But still at least 2 guaranteed games a day. Results and standings update every night, letting you follow all 30 teams until we reach the postseason. And then every postseason game will be covered on here. That's out number 1. Fly out by Ronald Guzman. Robinson Chirinos still on first, and here's Zui Lin. Zui Lin 0 for 2 in this game. He's struggled this season and evidently been struggling in this game. And yes, the All-Star game is supposed to be in Los Angeles, but not hosted by the Angels, hosted by the Dodgers. The Angels' last All-Star game was hosted 10 years ago in 2010. It's been a little while, but it's been a 10-year sequence of Los Angeles teams hosting an All-Star game. The Angels hosted it in 2010, and the Dodgers were supposed to host in 2020, and I'm not sure what the league's going to do about that either. I wonder if everything, including the schedule, is just going to get pushed back a year. But I'm sure the owners, the Players Association, or Rob Manfred, the commissioner, I'm sure none of them have any idea what's going to happen with that at this point in time.
We're at the count 2-2.
I don't think it'd be the worst idea to just have the same full schedule that we had this season just pushed into next year. Don't see too much of a problem with that. And I still want to see the Field of Dreams game, too. That game I was excited for. First Field of Dream games, the Little League Classic in Williamsport. Oh, now I'm getting sad again. I want baseball to come back. Real baseball, though, not a shortened season. Lynn flies out to Upton. That's out number 2. Chirinos goes back to first.
Now batting, designated hitter.
2 outs, top of the 7th inning. Back to the top of the order. Shin-Soo Choo comes up to the plate.
Your attention, please.
And with that, a new pitcher comes in. It's No Ramirez.
Number 24. No way.
Ramirez making his 42nd appearance of the season and has a 2.75 ERA in 52 1/3 innings pitched. And while this pitching change is going on and the new batter comes to the plate, don't forget you're watching Major League Baseball's virtual network. This game and all of our games brought to you by MLB The Show 20, and I'm Nicholas Callis. I come on and commentate some of the games, so hello if you're new to this channel. I am not Matt Vasgersian. Shin-Soo Choo's 1 for 3. He had a crucial double for the Rangers back in the first inning. That led to them scoring their first run of the game, their first and only run for that matter. Choo quickly down in the count, no balls and 2 strikes. Chirinos is on first base. No ball, 2 strike pitch coming from No Ramirez to Shin-Soo Choo.
Nope, that's down.
Down low, counts 1 and 2. Swing and a miss. No Ramirez strikes out Shin-Soo Choo to end the top of the 7th inning. It's stretch time here at Angels Stadium. And something to celebrate so far. The Angels have a lead. It's 2-1 going to the bottom of the 7th. You're watching Major League Baseball's virtual network brought to you by MLB The Show 20. I'm Nicholas Callis. In the bottom of the 7th inning, the Angels expected to have their 6, 7, 8 hitters come to the plate. Andrelton Simmons, Jason Castro, and Nick Martini.
Ball 1, no strike.
Simmons hit a home run off Corey Kluber to end the shutout. Nick Goody and Austin Bryce warming up in the bullpen now for the Rangers, but Kluber's still out there, and he's pitched relatively efficiently. About to throw his 90th pitch of his outing in this game, and it's fouled off. But Kluber's pitched well. He struck out 7 hitters. And the 5th inning was his only trouble inning, or he gave up 2 runs to the Angels.
I got 2-1.
But other than that, he hasn't given up a run. But his offense hasn't been too supportive in this game. Just 1 run that was scored back in the 1st inning. Two ball, 1 strike count. It's fouled off, count even 2-2. Also, if you're watching this game and you want to join the live chat, we're having a little game where we're taking guesses on where that comment bar will be when this game ends. So feel free to put your guesses in the live chat, but that's just a glitch that's been going on. There haven't been that many comments. But it just goes up by 1 every few seconds for a reason that I can't discern. Just a glitch in the broadcasting system, but take your guesses. Three ball, 2 strike pitch coming to Simmons from Kluber. It's fouled off, and the count's still full 3-2. Line drive, left center field. And that'll fall in front of Santana. Base hit for Simmons. His 2nd hit of the game. He hit a home run earlier, and he's now on base with a single.
Now batting, catcher, Jason
Take a look at this pitch again.
Castro.
It was a low pitch. Wasn't bad by Kluber. Also a little bit toward the outside part of the plate. And with that, that's going to do it for Corey Kluber. Kluber pitches into the 7th inning, but the single by Simmons breaks the camel's back, so to speak. That's the straw that broke the camel's back. But enough of my idioms. New pitcher coming in, and it's Nick Goody.
Now pitching for the Rangers.
This is his 41st appearance of the season.
Nick Goody.
Has an ERA of 3.77 and 45 1/3 innings pitched. And here's Jason Castro, who doubled in his last at-bat. Castro played a part in that 2-run 5th inning by the Angels. He hit a double, was advanced to third on a Nick Martini single, and then scored on a sacrifice fly by Ryan Burke.
Ball 1.
0-1 pitch is too high. Count is even 1-1. Don't forget, for some of the new viewers coming in, this is Major League Baseball's virtual network. I'm Nicholas Callis. This is our 3rd of 3 games featured on the channel, and we have 3 guaranteed games every day. If you're looking for a schedule on when your team will be featured, you can check out YouTube. We have our upcoming live streams section, and also if you click on any video, the thumbnail's the schedule for the week, so you can always look at that as well. And also our schedule is posted on Twitter, at VirtualMLB is the handle, and our schedule is the first pinned tweet on the page, so it's right there for you to look at as soon as you click on our profile. Fouled off, the count's still 1-2. But 3 guaranteed games every day, and we also have a results and standings update, and we give you recaps on every score from every team every day. We also update you on standings at the end of every day, and those who lead the league in multiple categories. So you can check out which players are doing the best, as well as you can check out where your team stands after any given day. Castro chased that pitch outside, so Nick Goody comes right out of the bullpen, gets a strikeout. And with 1 out in the bottom of the 7th inning, the number 8 hitter for the Angels comes to the plate, right fielder Nick Martini. Martini 1 for 2. He singled in the 5th inning. This is a battle of 2 AL West teams. The Angels are 3rd in the AL West, and the Rangers are 4th. So these two close to each other. The Rangers have a 30-45 record. The Angels have a 34-39 record. The Angels are 13 games back of the Athletics for first place, and the Rangers are 18 games back of the A's. Swing and a miss. Back-to-back strikeouts for Nick Goody. So 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th inning. And Ryan Burke comes up to the plate, the number 9 hitter. But the A's are in 1st, the Astros are in 2nd, the Angels are in 3rd, the Rangers in 4th, and the Mariners in 5th. It's the standings in order of the AL West. Also, thank you to Charlie Wrights. I hope I pronounced that right, but thank you for subscribing to the channel. Hope you're enjoying watching baseball. Counts 1-1. Really appreciate all the support as well. We just got to 90 subscribers here on MLB Virtual Network. So thank you all for helping out the channel by subscribing and supporting the channel. I also appreciate this many people liking baseball, because I miss it. Everybody here misses it. And we're doing our best to provide you baseball in a way where you can follow every team and watch as much as you can, 3 games a day throughout every day. So thank you to everybody who's subscribed so far. We really appreciate it here. That's fouled off. The count's still 1-2. Ryan Burke at the plate. He's 0 for 1. Tallied an RBI, though, with the sacrifice fly he hit back in the 5th inning. It's inside. Count is even 2-2. And of all of you that are watching right now, playing a game and guessing where that comment number will be at the end of the game, it's a glitch that's going on, but take a guess in the live chat on where you think it will end up by the time the game ends. Nick Goody came out of the bullpen and struck out the 3 hitters that he faced. The Angels no runs on a hit in that inning, and they left one runner on base.
Your attention, please. Now pitching
After 7 full innings, the Rangers trail the Angels 2-1, and here's Cam Bedrosian. Bedrosian, a 1.17 ERA, making his 24th appearance of the season. But in 23 previous appearances, he has 23 innings recorded. Former closer of this team, now a consistent setup pitcher. Has had his struggles, but the Angels still have him toward the back end of the bullpen, and he hasn't disappointed too much. Gets a first pitch pop out. Anthony Rendon makes the catch, and Adam Eaton is out. One quick out to start the 8th inning. Here comes Willie Calhoun, who's 0 for 3. He grounded into a double play in the first inning with runners on first and third that resulted in the only Rangers run to this point. Yeah, I just became familiar with Steve Bedrosian. I'm sure he was a great pitcher, but I also saw that he got a featured card in MLB The Show in Diamond Dynasty in this year. He's got a gold rating as well.
1-1.
1 ball, 1 strike count. Willie Calhoun at the plate, the left fielder of the Rangers. That ball's foul, and the count is now 1-2. This game's gone on a little longer than the Marlins-Giants game yesterday when this glitch was going on. We might reach 1,000 ghost comments.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
But if you're just tuning in and you're wondering why that keeps flashing, it's not because people are commenting. That's just a glitch that happens with our broadcasts. It happened yesterday for the first time and caught victim to it again today. Ball was hit against the shift, but still able to be played by Rendon, who was playing around the shortstop position. And now there are 2 outs. So that'll bring up Todd Frazier. He's 1 for 3. He singled in the first inning. But since then has gone hitless. Frazier, a former home run derby champion. He won the home run derby in front of his then home team, the Cincinnati Reds. Was a superstar third baseman then, has since slowed down. Some of the other teams he's played for, the White Sox, the Yankees, the Mets. This is his first season with the Rangers. He signed this past offseason. The Rangers were in need of a third baseman, and Frazier fits the role of a third baseman and a power bat in the middle of the order. 1 ball, 2 strike count. Here's the pitch from Cam Bedrosian. Too high and inside. Counts even 2-2. Swing and a miss. Cam Bedrosian strikes out Frazier to end the top of the 8th inning. The Rangers get no runs on no hits and leave no runners on base. After 7.5 innings, it's the Angels 2 and the Rangers 1.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for the Rangers, number 31, Austin.
Austin Bryce coming into pitch now for the Rangers. Has a 6.31 ERA and 37 appearances.
And leading up,
And his role in this one is most likely to
Michael.
keep the score right where it is to give the Rangers the best chance of coming back in the top of the 9th. Top of the order due up for the Angels: Michael Armicio, Tommy La Stella, and Anthony Rendon. Quick 0-2 count on Armicio.
I got the count 1-2.
Counts 1-2. Yeah, we might reach 1,000. It's a pretty specific guess. 1122, 1,122 comments. Ground ball toward shortstop, played by Lynn. Throws to Guzman. That's the first out of the bottom of the 8th inning. I haven't decided what game I'm going to do yet.
Number 9, Tommy La Stella.
But, I mean, just for you, Mr. Eric Ledford, I'll probably do the Reds and Cardinals game because get a more personal feel for that. Hey, we're doing Red Sox and Cubs too tomorrow. MLB The Show 20 virtual broadcast. My game's at 2:20 though. At least Eastern time. Counts 2-0 on Tommy La Stella. Austin Bryce just came out of the bullpen. La Stella's 0 for 3 at the plate. Out of the number 2 spot. Here comes the 2-0 pitch. On the ground right side. Guzman flips to Bryce. That's 2 outs to start the bottom of the 8th inning.
The third baseman, number 6, Anthony Rendon.
Here comes Anthony Rendon to the plate. He walked in the 4th inning. It's the only time he's reached base, but has no hits and 2 official at-bats. That's strike 1. Yeah, we've covered the Yankees and the Twins consistently on this network too, just because they've come up on the schedule as an interesting matchup. But, I mean, 2 powerhouses, and with the Twins now with a more bolstered rotation, that's definitely become a more interesting matchup to watch. Although the Yankees have a bolstered rotation too, with Garrett Cole now at the top and James Paxton off the injured list. So, yeah, it just makes it a good matchup to watch. That's why we picked it.
Nope.
Outside counts 1 and 2. Got some good ones tomorrow. Some good games from teams that are pretty good teams. That's caught by Chirinos against the wall. Well played there by the catcher of the Rangers. That ends the 8th inning. No runs on, no hits, and nobody left on for the Angels. Last chance for the Rangers, though, heading into the 9th inning. They trail by a run.
Ladies and gentlemen,
You're watching Major League Baseball's virtual network, brought to you by MLB The Show 20. I'm Nicholas Callis.
57.
Hansel Robles into the game, making his 28th appearance of the season, and has the opportunity to earn his 21st save.
The center fielder.
5, 6, 7 hitters due up in the Rangers' order to begin this half inning. Danny Santana, Rougned Odor, and Robinson Chirinos. Danny Santana doing well in this game, 3 for 3. All 3 of his hits were singles. 2-0's the count. Santana, a switch hitter, batting from the left side. And our comment notifications are about to reach 1,000. So, for what that's worth, that's pretty exciting, too. That struck well to right center field. Back goes Hermisio to the wall. He makes the catch.
Now that's second base.
Well, Santana will not be perfect in this game. He's 3 for 4 officially. And he's the first out of the 9th inning. So with 1 out, here's Rougned Odor. Odor 0 for 3 in this game. It's fouled off. The count's 0-1. And just to clarify, there haven't been 1,000 comments in the live chat. That's just a glitch that's been going on with our broadcasting program. So I was playing a fun little game with it just to see. But I don't think people are commenting that much. I think that's just a glitch that's going on with our broadcasting software. Swing and a miss. Hansel Robles 1 out away from recording a save.
Now batting. Catcher.
Got Odor to chase up in the zone. A bait fastball, eye level. Now the Rangers with 1 out to work with, and here is Robinson Chirinos. Fouls that pitch off, counts 0-1. The Rangers led after the first inning, 1-0. The Angels got 2 runs in the 5th inning. So it's been limited offense. Pitchers have had the spotlight. The Angels have the lead.
1 ball, 1 strike.
And Robles attempting the save. The count is 1 ball and 1 strike on Robinson Chirinos. Strike 2. Now the Rangers with one strike to work with. We're also about to see 1,000 comments. Hooray, we did it. And that's strike 3 called. Or strike 3 swinging. But the ball game's over. Our comment notifications have reached 1,000 via the glitch. And that happened moments before Hansel Robles got Chirinos to strike out swinging. And this ball game has come to an end. An old-fashioned pitcher's duel, a close game, 2-1 the final. And the Angels outlasted the Rangers on offense. And won this game. This was game 1 of a 4-game series. A series that will last throughout the weekend up until Sunday, but the Angels win game 1. Final score 2-1.
Our final line score tonight.
A quick scoring recap. The Rangers got a run in the first inning. After a couple batters got hits, it was Shin-Soo Choo and Adam Eaton. With runners on first and third, Willie Calhoun grounded into a double play. That pushed Shin-Soo Choo across the plate. Both teams went scoreless in the second, third, and the fourth innings, but then in the fifth, the bottom of the fifth inning, Andrelton Simmons broke up the shutout by Corey Kluber. He hit a home run. Jason Castro hit a double, Nick Martini hit a single, and then Ryan Burke hit a sacrifice fly that drove in Castro from third base. That gave the Angels the lead, and nobody scored past that point. That gave the Angels the win. Dylan Bundy got the win. He pitched 6 full innings, gave up 1 earned run on 7 hits, also struck out 7 batters, and Corey Kluber got the loss. He pitched 6+ innings, gave up 2 earned runs on just 5 hits, struck out 7. It was a pretty even line score from both of these pitchers, but Kluber got hit with the loss specifically because of that 5th inning. Hansel Robles earned his 21st save of the season, struck out 2 batters in the 9th inning, earned himself the save, and locked down the Angels' win. You've been watching Major League Baseball's virtual network. This game brought to you by MLB The Show 20. You can subscribe to us on YouTube. MLB Virtual Network's the name, and you can also follow us on Twitter at VirtualMLB to get news, video highlights, other notifications, and more. But from all of us at Major League Baseball's virtual network, I'm Nicholas Callis saying so long. Once again, the final score, the Los Angeles Angels 2 and the Texas Rangers 1.